In August 2025, AWS updated its Lambda pricing model and activated billing for the init phase. What was once a minor latency annoyance suddenly became a hard line item on monthly invoices. Across enterprise organizations globally, this shift exposed $2.4 billion in annual wasted compute spend. By 2026, enterprise applications are processing millions of simultaneous AI inferences and microservice requests. Under this massive throughput, legacy backend architectures are physically buckling. There is a constant tension in modern backend architecture. Engineering teams are caught between the desire to write code quickly and running it fast. Frameworks like NestJS and Prisma tip the scales toward developer comfort. They abstract away the database, provide autocomplete, and generate complex schemas instantly. Writing a backend with them is incredibly smooth, but you eventually have to deploy that code, and the abstraction layers that make development so comfortable extract a heavy toll on the production servers running them. In customer-facing applications, latency directly erodes revenue. Data indicates that every 100 milliseconds of delay translates to a 7% drop in customer conversion rate. When you misalign these constraints, like forcing an architecture built for waiting on data to suddenly perform heavy mathematical calculations, the active calculations freeze. This bottleneck causes the network queues to overflow, taking the entire system offline. This chart illustrates the latency penalty across frameworks. For a simple query fetching a user, response times hover around 6 to 8 milliseconds. But as complexity increases, with multiple relationships, the heavy object relational mapper kicks in, forcing latency up to 45 milliseconds. Imagine your application just went viral. Traffic spikes, concurrent requests flood in, and suddenly your infrastructure is screaming. In cloud architecture, scale acts as a magnifying glass. Prioritizing developer experience without understanding the underlying mechanics imposes a direct financial tax on the infrastructure. Your code is easy to write, but expensive to run. In the .NET ecosystem, engineers take the opposite approach. Instead of working backward from a framework, they optimize upward from the bare metal. To see how they reclaim that speed, we zoom into the molecular level of the code, specifically into regular expression boundary checks, where compute power is won or lost in nanoseconds. On November 10, 2026, Microsoft will officially terminate support for both .NET 8 and .NET 9 simultaneously, forcing a massive migration. At the exact same time, engineering teams are routing continuous inference calls and complex AI agent workflows through traditional REST APIs. With the new billing structure applied to that latency, unoptimized workloads saw costs surge from 80 cents to $17.80 per million invocations. That is a 22x increase for the exact same traffic. If you asked a developer a few years ago to compare Node.js and .NET, the lines were clear. Node was for lightweight startups, and .NET was for the enterprise. But by 2026, those legacy reputations have largely faded. This is where .NET 10 takes the lead. In 2026, selecting a backend runtime and an ORM is no longer a neutral implementation detail. It is a direct negotiation between the speed of your development cycle and the efficiency of your hardware. If you ignore that cost during development, you will eventually have to